everyone, I am Jayson, and today I am going to show us the Technodrome. Ooh!
This is the Megabloks Technodrome. This was put out a couple years ago and is already defunct. Megabloks is no longer making Ninja Turtle stuff. They don't have the license anymore, Jayson.
Oh!
And I have started picking up this stuff on sale because it's no longer in print, and unfortunately didn't seem to sell really well, which is unfortunate because it's awesome.
Yeah, it is unfortunate.
So
because it's awesome.
We bought the Technodrome back at Christmas as a big family present, and we just got around to finishing building it. The pieces, there are 3,000 of them, and they were all over this table up until last week. And my wife and I finally finished the thing. I got the base built a few months ago, and then I got busy with other things, and it was daunting and looked like it was going to take forever, and didn't get around to it. And my wife has been home since our new baby was born, and she took it upon herself to start building the dome itself, and I got really gung-ho about it after she built...
And you built the tech of it.
I got really gung-ho about it after my wife built the back side, so I built the hinges and
the tech.
And the tech, right? So, Jayson wanted to show us what it plays like, what it's like to play with, and I'll talk a little bit about building it and stuff. When this first came out, it was $250. I got it on sale on Amazon for $90, and it remains somewhere between $90 and $120, and is not difficult to get right now as of this recording. So if this looks like a really fun thing to build to you, and believe me, it is, you might want to go online and get it while supplies last. But it is it's now down to a reasonable, affordable price, and really worth $90 or $100. I would not have spent $250 on it. But it's definitely worth around $100, I think, if you can get your hands on it. And I decided, partly because it would be a fun thing for us to build and play with as a family, but also I decided to buy it, but also because I really wanted the original Playmates Technodrome for years, and had considered finally breaking down and spending the somewhat inordinate amount of money that it would take to get a complete one of those. And now that I have this and have built it, I don't really feel the need to own that. And I don't collect the Ninja Turtles the old Ninja Turtles figures really hard, so this is kind of just a matter of a representation of the Technodrome for me. I just wanted a Technodrome, and this is absolutely every bit as cool as the original Technodrome in my mind. So Jayson, why don't you show it to us a little bit? Show us what it does.
Yep. So we have lots of the turtles. And we have the original black and white turtles. Those,
of course, I bought separately from this. I have all of the Mirage Turtle stuff that Megabloks put out, and Jayson and Freddie have been playing with those guys because it only comes with a Leonardo, and it's got a... Yeah, there's Casey Jones. But the actual Technodrome itself... why don't you show us, Jayson, what figures... There's the Shredder from Mirage also, but...
and then there's... Splinter.
Yeah, so Splinter comes with this set.
Leonardo. And Krang.
And a Foot Soldier.
Yep.
Do you have the Foot Soldier back there?
Yep, I do. I sure do.
Yeah, he comes out of his bodysuit.
Mm-hmm. And then Foot Soldier.
Mm-hmm. And it also comes with Mouser robots. I don't know what happened to the top pieces of all of the Mousers, Jayson. They only have half their heads right now, and I don't know why. I think maybe our dogs got to the Mouser heads. We're lucky that the dogs didn't eat more pieces than they did, but I think we might have lost the Mouser heads.
Where even is the other Mouser?
I'm not sure. But anyway, so show us the Technodrome, Jayson.
Okay, so of course it has an eye. And then it has these cool little chairs that spin around. Mm-hmm. And
got a lot of tubes and mutagen all over the place.
Mm-hmm. And then even in these boxes.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah. There's even there's another box too.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the entire same thing. And then you have the same thing, and then even more mutagen. And then I really like this. I don't know. I forget what it's called. It's a thing that shoots out stuff, and
yeah, I mean, it just looks like another giant canister of mutagen. Yeah, and then there's General Trag in Dimension X.
Yep.
Really faithful to what the inside of the Technodrome looked like on the show, as faithful as you can be when that's how much space you have to work with. Really cool that it opens up and you can play with it as a playset. I might have gotten it, pardon me, I might have gotten it anyway, even if it was only the dome, but it's really cool that it plays as a playset. So it's supposed to close entirely. We won't do that right now because I don't have it set up where it closes real well and some of these pieces will pop off. I have not been, that's one of my only complaints about this is some of it might have been the way I built it and some of it might be the way it was designed, but it does not close up really well. And like I said, I think I might have gotten a couple pieces wrong. As you can tell, these are popping off here. I need to put those back together. So, I mean, it's a, you know, Lego type set. It's kind of fragile in places. The base and the dome itself on the other side are you know, really sturdy. And that's great. I mean, obviously you don't want to drop it because you would come apart entirely, but or at least a lot of it would. But really sturdy base. It's not the easiest thing to pick up and put somewhere else without dropping off pieces on the sides. And I'll show you how intricate this thing is around the base, because that, believe it or not, took a really long time to put together. There's a lot of steps with that base. This thing is in 4 parts in the instructions, and somebody had real affinity for this material. This instruction booklet is really well put together. It's a lot of fun just right away. Super colorful and vibrant with these little comic panels, trying to make this look like the most fun bang for your buck, considering that they know you just dropped $250 on this if you bought it brand new. As you see here, you can get the Krang bodysuit and the party wagon. There's the rest of the turtles. Weirdly, the most collectible stuff in this line tends to be the turtles themselves. A couple of them command 30 or 40 bucks right now on their own and are not as inexpensive as the rest of this. The party wagon and the Krang bodysuit, which I intend to get, and we might do videos on those too if there's any interest, are like 25, 30 bucks a piece right now. They're about half what they used to be. But some of the figures themselves, particularly I think Donatello, are not cheap. But anyway,
uh-oh, your favorite Ninja Turtle.
My favorite Ninja Turtle, that's right. But yeah, it's in 4 parts. It's pretty self-explanatory. The instructions are about as good as Lego. There are places where, kind of like Lego, I wish there was a little bit of text to explain things that are not as easily explained just by pictures, but that's just a personal thing for me. I wouldn't expect that. There are bits where I can't tell exactly where, you know, looking at kind of the 3D rendering of it, where exactly a thing is supposed to go until I look at the next step, where I kind of have to see where it lands before I can tell what exactly it's telling me to do, and that can be sometimes a little bit problematic. There were some steps that I had to go back and redo just because they weren't quite clear enough in the instruction booklet, and the biggest issue I have with the instruction booklet, if I'm right about it, but it happened to me twice, on these hinged pieces with the dome, on both of them, because it's separate instructions for each of them, but you do the same thing. Jason, there was an entire section that it forgot to tell me to do, I think.
What?
Because somehow I made that mistake twice. Like it told me to do the top part, and then the rest of it was missing, and then when I was supposed to put the whole dome together, there was this whole section I was supposed to have made that I didn't, so I had to go back and find it and put it together.
What?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
That is weird.
But yeah, it's got the 3 guns in the back. Let's actually run around to the back of this.
Yeah,
Show you the giant foot here.
Yep, and then you can open it.
Oh, does that open?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. That's cool. I wish they had the drill module. Do you remember the drill module from the show?
Mm-mm.
I'll show you that later. That was a toy that I always really wanted. But yeah, it would have been cool if they'd given you a small drill module to put in the back of that, because that's, I think, where that goes. But that's what Shredder and Bebop and Rocksteady always used when the Technodrome was buried underground, to burrow up to the surface.
Oh.
Those vehicles?
Did it use it... Wait, it used it on here? Did the foot, like, have a drill?
No, it was a separate vehicle. But I think it... Well, I say it went back there. Actually, I think it was... Now that I think about it, there was a room that had them. But that, like on this toy, that's where I would have put it. I would have had that open up and then had a drill module come out of the back of it. But anyway, and then it's got the 3 big laser guns, which move around, and you can pull those off and put them in different spots anywhere on these hinges. Mm-hmm. But it was really fun to put together. It took forever to sort the pieces, and I recommend, if you get this, make sure that you sort all the pieces beforehand. Jayson, it was a 3-4 hour job just to get all the pieces sorted.
What?
But if you don't do that, it's really difficult to find them all when you're looking for them. So anyway, anything else that you want to say about it, Jayson? Anything we missed?
No, I don't think so.
Really pretty box. One of the few boxes that I'm going to have a difficult time getting rid of. I may have to hang on to it just because the packaging was so well thought out and really dynamic.
Awesome.
And a lot of fun to look at, yeah. But yeah, it is a great toy, really fun product overall, and we plan on getting the rest of at least the 87 Turtle stuff from Megabloks. Mm-hmm. And like I said, that stuff is still available right now on eBay. So cool. If you think this is awesome, you can get yourself a Technodrome.
And lots of you people will probably think that this is awesome.
Well, I mean, how could you not? It's really cool. And of course, I've got the nostalgia for that show, and the Technodrome was always my favorite vehicle on that. But that and the blimp. But you know, you can't really expect a Lego blimp, Megabloks blimp. It would just be like, you know, like 200 pieces to put together the thing that you write in, and then a balloon.
It could be like well, I actually have a balloon blimp, but
yeah,
I don't think
that's right.
it's the 87 one.
No, you had the 2012 one.
Yeah, it's the 2012 one.
Well, everybody, thanks always for watching. Sure appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed our review of the Megabloks Technodrome. And Eric, Jayson and I are going to move on with the mini-biz. So keep watching with us, and we will see you again in just a few seconds. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching this video, and we'll see you next time. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Jayson.
See you later, folks.